Pursuing your dreams is a fucking trip. Dude, ever since I was a kid, I wanted to make video games. And full circle moment, I got to work on a game with one of my favorite game studios, the actual humans that made some of my favorite games of all time. Literally every desk next to me, Robbie, Luke, Rich, dudes who have made games that inspired me to make games. Stuff like we would talk about as an example of dope work at the first studio that I worked at. And this full circle moment came to fruition all because I attended Playtopia. And the next one is coming up soon in December. I didn't know the history of this festival. I showed up, no expectations. My mind was blown. It introduced me to this rapidly expanding local independent game space where people are just taking wild risks and developing totally unique art styles. The redefinition of what the video game industry is happening right here in South Africa. And I didn't even realize that I had spent so much time outside of the country. Attending this festival is a huge reason for why I chose to stay in Cape Town longer and just like commit to working with local studios and wanting to collaborate with local devs. If it wasn't for Playtopia, I wouldn't have done a deep dive into the history of these iconic local games movements like Super Friendship Arcade or going to Makers Massive. And when I attended a Makers Massive, I clicked with this dude named Rich. Literally, we've been collaborating now for the entire year, pretty much since meeting each other. I had no idea that that Homecoming Center would end up being my office. We went on to do Eat the Rich with Free Lives, and I got to work on a project with Luke, who was the art director of Angerfoot. It's like one of my favorite pieces of media, you know, hugely influential project for me in terms of bringing South African iconography to an international audience. Like I was playing that game before I landed my first job at a studio when I was living in New York. And that is the type of magic that Playtopia makes a reality in the local games scene. It is an incredibly special festival. Come through to Playtopia. Richard, Luke, and I were showing Eat the Rich. So pull up, play some games, make some homies, and who knows, in the next year, it is pretty likely you're gonna be working with your favorite people in this industry. What other festival do you know where you can play a game about getting yoked and then also heal all of your childhood trauma? Two birds, one stone.